I also read that an important piece of music for you was Gorecki's Third Symphony, which kind of moves us onto the
I mean, me top and tails. They sent me this actually after I did it, which was mad, and it was pretty mad because my experience with wanting to do that was. With one, because I've got a little bit of a thing for classical music, some classical music, not all of it. I think a lot of it's pots and pans. Same as D&B, there's some of it I like, some of it I think, pants.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think just generally, I just wanted to know how that world worked really, and also to see if someone coming from the street could actually do that. And the proof's in the pudding really. That we can, I think we can apply ourselves to any kind of music. And that was what was a good test with it, because it was working with a live orchestra and actually, understanding how that really works, because it's all about making street music in a studio. You can do that. It's kind of normal for us to do that, but when you're in an environment which you're not used to, that's where the test is, to be able to test your ability as an artist. But some of the players that are coming up now, like Raphael, man, like the kid's on fire, no fear, out there, and he reminds me of Giggsy as well, on his toes, man. Kid's on his toes, and that Arsenal game, when he came onto that game, the game could completely change now. In the older days, Giggsy would do the same. Come on and completely change the game. Same as Solskjaer. One of those players that I think with the right guidance he's in the right place at the right time, I think.
And from one end of the spectrum to the other, from classical to mobile.
Oh yeah, man. These are ancient now. These are like the first. This was the first ever edition. Now it's some big glass thing. Yeah. But I was the first artist to win 2 back-to-back. You know what I mean? There was Best Musical Black Origin Awards, Best Album, and Best Jungle Act. I was the only jungle act anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. What about that? Well, they're ornaments now. I don't even, it's just nice to have them and to look at it. But I've got my boys here as well now, looming around somewhere.
What's up?
Come here, boys.
Let's have a look at Bowie.
What are you doing, Bowie? Come here. What are you doing, Bow? Come on, Bow. What are you doing? That's Mr. Bob Dylan and Mr. David Bowie. A lot of people in my industry are always the sacred, the unspoken word. We're all kind of, the other red really. And I've got an assistant who's a gooner. I've got a best mate of mine who's a proper out there boy, one of the gooners. And I've got Jimmy, who looks after the house, who's a Chelsea Blue. So I'm not really in the best position really. Do you know what I mean? I'm surrounded by ultra scum around me at the minute. In fact, believe it or not, I've got a sledge for these guys. Have you seen it? There's like a 2-wheel sledge that they just take me around the village. It's brilliant. Just get on there, right? Seriously. Strap them on, stand on it, it's like a big kid scooter really. And you just go and they just take you around the village. They're like, have that, royalty, mosh.
Perfect.
I'll show you upstairs, there's some more artwork upstairs.
A lot of the world's greatest football players had kind of troublesome, lifetimes and backgrounds and stuff. If you think of George Best, Maradona, Cantona, and even Zidane.
Tevez as well.
Definitely. But they all seem to have this kind of fire burning inside them. Where do you think that comes from, and do you think that's something similar that you've got?
I think tumultuous is the word. I mean, my lifestyle and my life, when I think about how long I've been doing this, I mean, even from a very early age of being in institutes. I was in institutes until I was 18. I was in there from 3 to 18. And I think it really is the passion that you have. I mean, it is an artistic thing. I think you want to prove to everyone that you can be better than everyone else. And I've always had that ability to try and push myself. And I think we are our own worst enemies in that sense, that we push it to the limit. And I think with my lifestyle, I've always had that kind of that passion really, to want to just shine out above everyone else really, because I am me, what I'm saying. I know that, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I think that you need that. That's my first tour actually. That's Manchester and there as well. Academy. We did that in '96, I think it was. Yeah, man. It's going back years. And
all the names, Groove Rider.
Yeah, Scotty, Chemistry Storm. That was from Noel on my birthday. That was '97. That's 11 years ago.
And was that what you used to live like a couple of doors down?
No, used to live in Sarrock, it's about 3 or 4 miles away. But that was on Liam's birthday. He's on the 18th of the night.
Right.
So it's a shame the City fans. I mean,
it's
one of them things that we've always had that disability, and we're not having Oasis as our kind of vocal team.
That's it. I think that City's most famous fans are Oasis, Ricky Hatton, and Curly Watts.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and Rooney loves Hatton. Hatton loves Oasis. We can't win, can we really?
Do you have a lot of banter with them about it?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't seen him for a while, but he's I mean, we used to, I used to go when they were doing when they come up from the playoffs to the Premiership. I was with them at that game. It was I think it was Gillingham. I think it was. And we were outside the ground because I think it was extra time. But they scored. And we all ran back in the ground. It was mad. And that was, I used to go to the games when these guys sit there because sometimes go when they were down here, go with them and just give them some stick. And I like to see them at United game. I don't think they'd ever go to get a lot of stick, wouldn't they?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we'll ever see them there. Do you think you have to keep in good physical shape for what you do? And have you ever fancied yourself as a bit of a player?
I've always been a football terrible. I'm a sideline player, mate. They always stick me in goal. I'm the kid that I used to do soccer 6 down at Chelsea. We used to go and do it for charity, and it was always me in goal, right? And it was always we'd get to the semi-final and get knocked out. Like I'll let a silly going, really bad. Not football for me, mate. It's not at all. Yeah. But yeah, so this is my little studio, and this is it. So NUTV, we out here, gonna go and deal with it tonight. Nice.
I mean, there's a lot of comparisons between music and football, I think. One of mine is that, football was invented in England, but it doesn't mean we win the World Cup every 4 years, obviously, because Brazil's made their style, Italy, France. But with music, you spent a lot of time in America where hip-hop was created, and similarly, that's spread across the world. How do you think the UK has developed our own style of music?
Well, I think the UK generally, drum and bass, really, whether we like it or not, it's that kid we want to lock under the stairs, man, really. We really have, it has been the breadth of it. I mean, whenever people talk about grime, talk about, in terms of the fabric of the country, we've taken this music around the world, not only once, like 10 times. Argentina, Puerto Rico, Boston, New York, LA, Japan, Australia. This music's been there. Do you know what I mean? And we go there, every year, twice a year. I'll do Russia every February, and I'll play to 18,000 people, 20,000 plus. Now, in terms of music, especially with the genre we're talking about, it ain't house music, but it certainly is at the bottom ladder rut. The fabric of this country, and I've always loved that.
And finally, brought your present all the way up to present you with.
Oh yes, number 9, it's in there.
I wanted to ask you a bit about the number 9 because that's a special. You tell us a bit about your date of birth and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, my numbers in numerology are pretty mad. I mean, it's not. It's 19th of the 9th, 65, and it all adds up to 19 basically. And my numbers have always fascinated me, and apparently my birth numbers are in a really good position, really.
Right.
So and they bring me great creative luck, very very creative luck, and I've just been fascinated with the number 9 for many years, and it's the number that I'm pushed towards, really. So I don't know if that's going to be 9 goals tonight.
Oh wait, that's what we want to see right there, mate.
Oh, here you go, here you go. Fucking smell that. Smelling tight, fresh as a daisy. Lovely. It's my old gold one might have been out today, the lads. But yeah, it's I just thought I've been collecting Stussy for many years and stuff. But it's one of these. I mean, look, it's the first Stussy shirt I ever made. So it's even a different label in it. See. Swords and crossbones,
And you actually designed the Stussy logo when it first.
Well, no, I did a limited thing for we used to all do limited shirts, and I did a couple of designs. Everyone always associates me with it, but I've been wearing it for so long.
Yeah.
But that's my thing,
And with the gold top as well, a lot of people think you call Goldie because of the jewellery.
No, I used to have locks many years ago. I was living in Firetown, East Town, so it was Goldie locks, I used to have long hair. Sure, and that's how I got my name, and the gold just came later on. And then, this Stussy hat over there is that's a rare, that's a rare one actually. You probably like this. This is one of the, they did a flat cap one, and this is probably about 5. This has got to be going back 6-7 years now. This is one of the first New Eras. Even the guys from New Era go, oh, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you know about it, would you? There you go. Killer. And that's it really. There you go. And that's Goldie's crib. Going to the game tonight. Let's have it.